Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Let's dive into the holiday spirit and let me show you how to make this adorable Christmas sweater ornament decorated with a Christmas tree step by step. For this project, you will need felt in different colors. I chose red for the sweater, green for the Christmas tree, white for the trim, and brown for the tree trunk. You will also need a sharp pair of scissors, a needle, double-sided tape, thread in different colors, paper clips to make these adorable hangers, colorful beads, and you will need the pattern. The pattern is linked below in the description and you can download it for free. First, we are going to cut out our pieces from the felt. Start by roughly cutting out the outline from the pattern. I'm using a double-sided tape to secure the paper to the felt so it doesn't shift. You could just use a pin, but I find this method easier. If you are using the double-sided tape method, you don't need a lot of tape, just a little bit to hold the felt in place. Using a really sharp pair of scissors will make a difference. I will link the pair I'm using in the description box below. I just ordered them a few weeks ago, and so far I'm pleased with them. For this project, I'm just using felt I purchased at the craft store. It was pretty inexpensive. I think it was about 25 cents per sheet, so if you need 4 different colors, this project will cost you $1. You can eyeball the smaller pieces and use the pattern as a rough guide, especially the trunk and the sleeve trim. When you cut out the sleeve and the neck trim, leave the pieces a little bit longer, so when you sew them on, it will wrap around the sleeve and the red sweater won't peek through. If you make them too long, you can always just trim them later. You will need 2 sweater pieces, one for the front and one for the back. You will need 1 Christmas tree, 1 tree trunk, and you will need 4 pieces for the sleeve trim. And also you will need 2 trim pieces for the collar. The reason why I'm doubling up on these is because I want to put it on the front and also on the back. I think it looks better this way. Now on to the fun part. We are going to start by sewing on the trunk first. You could also glue all the pieces on instead of sewing, but sewing is more fun and it is also relaxing. Next, we are going to sew on the Christmas tree. When you place the Christmas tree on the sweater, make sure to leave enough room on the top for the trim. Not sure if you noticed, but I'm using the same color thread as the felt I'm sewing on. That way it is less visible on the sweater. using a blanket stitch on the outside edges of the felt. When I'm securing felt on felt, I am just using a whip stitch. I am no expert on stitching, but I'm sure you can find a bunch of YouTube videos that will show you how to do these stitches. But the difference is, the whip stitch is just simply bringing your needle in and out of the felt, and then the blanket stitch, you bring your needle through the 2 layers of the felt, catch the loop of the thread before pulling, then you make another stitch a short distance away, catching the loop again. Now that we have all the pieces ready, we can start decorating the tree by sewing on some colorful beads. If you don't want to use beads, you could cut out tiny circles from the scrap pieces of felt and sew them on. Or you could decorate the tree with French knots using different colored threads. If you are enjoying this video, please make sure to hit the like button. It helps my video, and each like really means a lot to me. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing so you won't miss out on the upcoming Christmas sweater videos. I have designed a total of 6, so you can make a whole set. In addition to the Christmas tree, I'll have one with a red-nosed reindeer, Santa stuck in a chimney, an adorable snowman, a gingerbread man, and the Christmas wreath. Leave a comment below and let me know which one I should do next. Finally, now that the Christmas tree is decorated, we just need to sew the front and the back together. I'm using red thread to match the color of the sweater, but I'm not sewing together the parts where the white trim meets. I'll sew those on later using white thread. You could certainly use red thread for the whole thing, but I think it looks much better when the color matches. Wait to hang these on my Christmas tree. I hope you like them as much as I do. They would make an excellent present, or they would be great for an ornament exchange party. As I mentioned earlier, we left the trim pieces a little bit longer so we can sew them together without the red peeking through. If they are too long, just cut them a little bit shorter. Finally, we will decorate the ornament with a tiny little hanger. The hanger is made from a paper clip, and if you want to know how to make it, check out the description box below. I will leave a link to a different video where I show you how to make these. They are easy to make, but you will need pliers for the project. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, happy crafting!